Hi there. I just wanted to provide a quick side-by-side comparison of EnableAll versus UserWay's accessibility apps for Shopify. So as you can see, I have both apps open here on different websites, and they look similar in terms of the fact that you can see a toolbar where the customer can customize how they see the site. But the underlying technology is very different, and the functionality of both tools varies to some degree. So just talking a bit about the underlying technology. So the way that UserWay operates is what it's doing is applying the accessibility fixes purely at the overlay/widget level. So it is only fixing issues like accessibility, WCAG issues in the site when the widget is turned on, and certain functionality like screen reader compatibility is turned on here, or kind of improving keyboard navigation. The difference with EnableAll is what it's doing when a client installs it. It is improving and fixing things, WCAG gaps within the code to make the site more accessible at the code level, which also has an SEO and LLM discoverability benefit. And that also helps improve your WCAG score that is actually measured by accessibility checkers, and therefore improves compliance. So what EnableAll is doing and fixing at code level is, first of all, it's adding alt text, AI alt text to all of the images that don't currently have it. It's adding ARIA labels to buttons and interactive elements like links, which UserWay again is doing primarily at the overlay level. And also EnableAll is adding labels to form fields. And it's also fixing things that help make your website better for users that rely on keyboard-only navigation, including adding skip links and improving the structure, which is not something UserWay is doing at code level either. Then in terms of functionality, just to give kind of a quick run through, so there are similar features like stop animations on both capabilities. This is really important for customers with epilepsy or vertigo. The difference with EnableAll is that we have worked to stop more kinds of animation file types. So that feature is richer. And in addition, a lot of accessibility tools there will break if a navigation includes any kind of animation language. EnableAll has this simplified text feature. This is, instead of having a dictionary feature, which is something in our roadmap, but actually simplified text covers a lot more ground. So the WCAG requirement is to not use complex language. A dictionary feature would enable someone to research a particular word, whereas a simplified text feature with EnableAll enables them to click on the sentence and see it translated into a simplified version that is appropriate for a grade 9 level reading language. That's about age 12. Then you've also got features like read out text. UserWay doesn't have read out text feature as far as I can see. EnableAll has offered it in a really human language, which is
search engines and LLMs prefer websites with code level accessibility, driving more traffic to your store.
Other tools in the market have used quite a robotic language. We've also offered the option for pause, play, move forward, continuous reading, so it will just keep reading the blocks down the page. One of our most exciting and jaw-dropping features that we're the only company in the market to offer is the ability to click on text and see it translated into sign language. And this is a really exciting and game-changing capability that's one of our most heavily used features. Both tools have the ability to mute sounds, I believe. Mute sounds is very important because if someone is using a screen reader, maybe they've incorporated it within their screen reader capability. But mute sounds is important because if someone is using a screen reader, they need to be able to mute all the other sounds on the page so they can just focus on their screen reader. EnableAll offers video captions, which is unique to us. So if you click on video captions, then click on a video, it will automatically add captions to all of the video at a very, very high speed and with very high accuracy, which is another thing that's unique to our tool. Declutter content is also unique to our tool. So if someone is on a website and they have perhaps autism or learning disabilities or ADHD and they struggle with focus, declutter content enables them to remove all of the advertising content so they can just focus on the page that they want to see. Another thing we offer is this disable styling feature, which allows a customer to see the page in kind of a clear linear view where it's just got rid of all the CSS styling. This is something that a lot of other apps offer, but a lot of the other apps will break the checkout feature. So we've made it, we've been very sure to make sure that add to cart still exists to ensure that conversion isn't impacted for customers who require that type of view. We also have screen mask, which is unique to us. So the ability for a customer to put a colored overlay, and they can even choose. So we offer dyslexia-friendly colors where customers can choose their preferred color, and they can also change the opacity. So this is useful for people with dyslexia or contrast sensitivities. You also have reading guide where someone can kind of see a highlight. UserWay do also have this feature. One downside of their user interface is that they put multiple features under one button. So sometimes you don't, as a consumer, know exactly that feature exists and how to access it without clicking around. So they have 3 of our features, but all under one and with limited customization level. Whereas EnableAll, you can see, it enables the user to customize the reading ruler, use the reading guide and the reading ruler at the same time. They can change the height, the size, the colors of the reading ruler, the opacity, and it just gives customers more flexibility to their needs. In addition, both apps have the large cursor capability. UserWay offers it just in white, and it doesn't operate with the correct behavior when you hover over a button. So a cursor should change to a hand icon to show that you're hovering over an interactive element. So with EnableAll, we've made sure to always maintain the correct cursor behavior by turning it to a hand when it's clicking over a hoverable element. And in addition, we have other features like click on hover, which is really helpful for people with motor impairments. It's not actually a WCAG requirement, but it's something we added extra as kind of one of our AAA level features that we're reaching towards to enable people to, if they click on it and they hold on a button, the button will automatically be clicked, which is helpful for someone with motor impairments who struggles with clicking a mouse. In addition, we also have our image reader feature, which is unique to us, which allows customers to click on an image and see any text that is embedded into that image. We also have the ability to change the font, and we offer 2 key fonts. We're adding more at the moment, but we offer a dyslexia-friendly font and a legible font. UserWay also offer a dyslexia font and a legible font, so there's similarities there. And we also offer the ability to increase the space between the columns and whether that's vertical or horizontal, which is unique to us and also quite a heavily used feature. We also differentiate quite heavily in how we offer color settings. So UserWay actually have not gone too far with their color capabilities. So they offer the option for smart contrast, which is increasing the contrast to a certain level. And they offer the option to invert colors and to go into dark mode, which seems to be hiding some images, and it's not fully dark mode. There it is, it's disappeared. Whereas with EnableAll, we offer these, let me just choose the font back. We offer these similar high contrast mode and dark mode. We don't offer the invert colors because we don't like the idea of showing images in a negative format. It's not readable to anyone. So we offer the dark mode, and then we also offer grayscale as well, and custom color options, which the way we do this is very unique to us as well. So customers need to be able to change the color of a website, including the background and the text and button. We offer a palette of dark options as well as dyslexia-friendly, kind of light and easy to read color options here. And then we use a very intelligent contrast algorithm that we have built to make sure that customers are never able to choose inaccessible color combinations. So they can only choose contrast or color options that have a high enough contrast. And we even kind of show the level of contrast of the options they've chosen. And then the customer can see the content in their preferred color with very high contrast. UserWay don't seem to offer the ability to really customize the colors like some of the other apps do. Some of the other apps in the marketplace, we've often seen them allow customers to change the color to the color of the background to the same color of the text, which renders the whole page inaccessible. So that was something we really wanted to avoid in our platform, to find better ways of doing it. We've also got the option just to change the image colors. So if I just reset that there, you can see the images in enhanced colors, or they can soften the colors, or they can turn it into black and white. So a lot of accessibility toolbars are actually quite hard for someone on a keyboard only to access. So they're often hidden at the bottom of the page. We offer our clients the full flexibility to change where they want to see our accessibility icon. But one thing we do is offer this header at the top of the page that customers can turn on, or the client can decide if you want this to always show if a customer has enabled accessibility features, or if you only want the customer to be able to turn it on, because we want to always put our clients' brands first and allow you to have that flexibility. But it is very useful for customers who are using the toolbar, because they can then press Shift, and that will ensure that the first thing they do on the page is open the toolbar. And it also acts as kind of a mini nano widget where they can see what accessibility features they have enabled and easily turn them off from here. So it just gives them greater clarity. We offer the give feedback feature. It's very important because from a legal perspective, you want to give customers the option to provide their feedback rather than just going straight to a legal dispute. So it kind of gives you the option to have that triage of customers can provide their feedback first. But of course, please check that with a lawyer, because I'm not providing any legal advice here. So then I think just as an overall assessment of the user interfaces that you see, it's important for buttons to have kind of borders around them for them to be truly accessible. So that's why we've kind of made sure all of our buttons have borders around them. And we've also made it sure that all of our features have a clear feature explanation that helps a customer understand how to use that feature or what the benefit of using that feature is. There's lots of other things. We've got a detailed page where we talk about all the features that we've done slightly differently from other apps in the market, which you are very welcome to read if you go to enableall.com/compare. But also, we'd much rather tell you and answer any questions that you have. So please get in touch with us for a demo. You can also give the app a try if you install it on the Shopify App Store. We give our clients we can either handhold the process where we can support the implementation for you and do testing with you, or you can install it yourself and let us know, and we'll always go on and check that everything is working to plan as well for you. Thank you so much for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.